And
Yep.
so the second kind of almost essential coverage is comprehensive and collision, right, Tanya? This is what people will refer to as full coverage. When you hear people say they want full coverage, this is what they're talking about.
Exactly. And just keep in mind, guys, these come separately. They don't have to come together, right, Christy? So if you see
Right.
collision on your policy and then you have it, that means you hit something. So it could be another car, it could be your neighbor's mailbox, it could be a pole in the parking structure.
Your own garage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are driving and you hit something, that's your collision coverage. And then on the other hand, if your car is damaged from you not driving, so instead of you hitting a tree, the tree fell and hit your car, that would be something
Mhm.
considered comprehensive. Same thing if your car is damaged by fire, by hail. If you live in an area like we do get hail very often. And the only exception for comprehensive, and this doesn't apply to everybody, but uh, when you're driving and you hit a deer, right? You hit an animal, that will be considered comprehensive.
Kind of considered unavoidable, right? And I've hit a deer before. Believe me, I could not have avoided it. But I
Mhm.
always
Oh,
say the deer hit me.
yeah. Yes, and I think more often than not, the deer do hit you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
jump at your car. So
And it's a big issue in this area as well. There's a lot of really rural, outlying type of area where it's pretty common to run into deer crossing the
yeah.
road. So comprehensive coverage is what would apply in that sort of situation.
Yep. So make sure you have both or one or the other if that's something that you need. Now, in what scenario, Christy, would someone really, really, really should have full coverage?
If you still have a loan on your car, absolutely. I mean, as a matter of fact, the lien holder is going to require that you have collision coverage. And even if not, if your car still holds some, is new enough to really still hold some value, I think collision and comprehensive coverage are worth it in that situation because, again, you don't want to have to come out of pocket to replace the vehicle because you didn't carry that coverage. So, the flip side of that coin is when you have an older car, when it really has depreciated and it gets to a point where it's not worth that much anymore, that might be the situation where you start to think about the balance of the premium that you're paying to cover it versus what you're going to get if something happens and the car is totaled. Because at that point, almost any damage is going to mean a total loss for that vehicle. So, at some point, it becomes not really worth paying the premium for comprehensive and collision.
Exactly. So it really depends on how much like you're paying for that coverage too, right, Christy? Because for
Right,
some
right.
people, for a certain vehicle, even if the value is low, it's not going to cost you that much. And if you
Yep.
find yourself in a situation which I have many times throughout my life, is if you don't have the means to put down for a new vehicle, and it doesn't cost you a whole lot to have full coverage, maybe just opt for it. That
Sure.
way, in the event of a total loss in an accident, the insurance company will pay you something, right? Of course, lesser
Right. Even
deductible,
even
but
a
pay
little
you
bit is
something.
is maybe better than nothing, right?
Exactly, just enough to get you into a new car, right? I mean, especially nowadays, we have to drive everywhere, especially driving to work. We don't want you to have to do without a car, and because I don't think the bosses would like that very much.